late start.
Yeah, pretty late start, but episode 138 of the Unfamous Podcast. It's Sean, Mr. NJ Brick City.
Tasty Jake.
Just Kim.
Kenny Hardaway.
The Wizard Box.
Yeah, man. And yeah, we're back at it again.
Back at it again.
Yeah. Do what?
Yellow Beezy.
That's a song. Back at it again.
Oh, I wouldn't
God,
know.
back at it again.
I would not know, bro. I don't listen to anybody new. I truly don't.
Something.
That's all he sounds?
Keep on talking shit and I'm stabbing your friend.
Yeah,
That's the only part I know.
yeah.
Wow, that sounds dangerous.
I like it.
Nah, you talking about stabbing her with that meat.
Oh,
Alright.
Yeah.
okay. All right, well, that's cool. I didn't know. Like I said, I don't.
Boinking her.
Boinking.
Nice.
Okay. That's what we do?
Going back to the 90s right there.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. That's what's up.
Black attack.
Boinking and yoinking.
Yep.
Ew. Dude, you guys are terrible, okay? Bunch of fucking, just, I'm so disappointed.
Dexter. Boink Dexter.
Wait, what?
Boink Dexter. Like Boink Dexter.
Okay.
Never mind.
I see.
I'm half asleep, so I'm trying to
It was a reach, but I give him credit for it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's cool though. It's cool.
It's on Facebook.
Nope. I mean, you could just look
It's on
ads.
Twitch. So I'm just making sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Facebook. No.
Alright, well, fuck it. I don't care.
Hey y'all.
Yeah, to the people who are watching us on YouTube, I don't know how we'll figure it out on Facebook. I'm not worried about it. But like I said, we're back again. Got my brother in
Why y'all
building.
looking at the mic like that?
For people who don't know, brother Vince.
Hey, brother Vince. Assalamu alaikum.
No, he's not that type of brother.
He's like a New York nigga with the do-rag and the
And the
Timbs on.
Timbs, dog. And the Timbs.
That's
Straight out of him. Straight out of him. Yo, son, yo, dang, yo.
Mount Vernon. See, there you go. Quick little fun fact. The very first episode of the Unfamous Podcast, Can I Cook? Me and him. That was the guy, the producer, the guy who taught me how to edit, how to do all this shit. That was him. He was like, man. So yeah, it's always good to have him around. You know, I miss him dearly. Glad he's back on this side of the United States, so that works out perfectly.
Where were you?
I was in Arizona for a while.
Yeah, you might as well come over here and say something. Yep, get your goofy ass over here.
Over here.
Wow,
he
you just-
ain't talking about shit.
Shut up, bitch.
Fuck you. Oh shit, damn. I got a big ass back. Shit. I was in Arizona for a while because I'm active duty. And I gotta put mic closer to my mouth.
There you go.
Whoa, pause.
He's in the military. It's okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, don't ask, don't tell.
I was in I was in Korea for a year, and then from Korea I went to Louisiana. Then from Louisiana I went to Arizona. Now I'm back in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Where are
awesome.
you in Georgia?
I'm in Augusta.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's always good to have my brother back. You gotta see grandma at least.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Wait, are you guys like actual brothers?
might as well be.
Like
Blood-
blood brothers?
Blood couldn't make us any closer.
Oh, okay.
Like that's been my family forever. You know,
Like we've gotten in literal fist fights and then went out to eat.
good times.
Okay.
It's fun.
Sure.
What up?
Take
Chicks
your
do
word
it all
for
the
it.
time.
I don't.
No, girls be cutting off ties and shit.
Yeah, if I fight you, it's a wrap.
Damn. Sorry to hear that.
No reason for it to get there.
It's cool, like,
Yeah. But shit. How was everybody's week, man? Jake. Okay. Aside from the stuff you might have told me earlier.
Right,
today.
So I tasted some delicious shit and I took a lot of shits. Kia, what's up with you?
I like it
The
straight to the
delicious
point.
shit from Nancy?
Huh?
Was the delicious shit from Nancy?
No.
Some people are into
Probably
that.
poison.
My week. It went by fairly quickly, honestly. I didn't really do anything too interesting. I was kind of sick this weekend, so I was in bed most of the time.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's cool. I slept a lot, so that's always good. Outside of that, just adulting, trying this new budgeting thing. I watched the Malcolm X documentary.
I did too.
I gotta
so
check
that
it
was
out.
cool.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, it's
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah, it's like a 6-episode series. It's cool. Outside of that, been chilling, man. You know.
That's it?
Yeah, no stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
What up? Ain't nobody clapped on Yeeks?
No,
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
no.
Sorry.
He said, "Wow," like it's an anomaly.
It's a no cheat week.
It's not an anomaly.
I'm just saying, like, most of the time you're like, no, but there was that one time on the
Oh,
table
yeah.
before
Sometimes,
before
yeah.
the word.
Because I get my weeks mixed up. I'm like,
Yeah.
last week or this
Damn.
week?
A no cheat week. This week.
Yeah.
You looking light.
I just ain't felt like being bothered.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty much the same. I watched the documentary and that's pretty much it. I was chilling.
Man, we've been chilling this week. Vince, how was your week?
I've been unpacking my house. Like I said, I was happy yesterday because I finally got my office set up. So like now I got my fucking flat screen on the wall.
You got a little man cave or something?
Hell yeah,
Oh, okay.
man. 70-inch just playing Apex.
Oh, so you are
shit.
back. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, I'm back on.
Got you.
Gotta get on that Call of Duty.
And fuck Call of Duty.
Yeah, if they can get their game to work, that'd be
Yeah.
great.
Osmond? Oh, wait. Are you done?
Yeah, he ain't got much. He's man of very little words.
Hi, I'm Osmond. I'm 27 years old.
That's a lot. And your wrist hurts right now.
My week, I didn't do shit.
Who gives a fuck?
I
Shit.
care, Osmond.
At least Kia cares, but I don't care about Sean anyway, so it doesn't matter. So,
Feelings mutual.
but no, just working hard, trying to make this money, trying to buy up all these stocks that's going down,
Yeah, now you can do like half, what's it called? Half purchases. Like you don't have to,
With what?
like, you know how sometimes, like say if the price of the stock is like $100, like you have to at least have that $100 to buy
Yeah,
like
usually.
the entire stock. But now you can buy portions. Like you can buy a
Wait.
portion of the stock for like $20.
Where you do that at?
You can do it through Fidelity.
I'm using what's it called E-Trade. I don't know if they offer something like that.
I mean, I don't know. They could. They might. A friend of mine, he's like really big into that, so he was the one that put me on.
That's
but,
crazy though.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
how
mean,
long it's gonna
sometimes they
last,
allow it,
but-
sometimes they don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you're buying half of a share?
So
You
is
can
that-
so whatever that amount. Whatever that amount corresponds to, they'll let you get it. So if it's $100 and you got $27 and you own 0.27 share of a stock, yeah. So
It's not bad.
So
Yeah.
it sounds like kind of like stock layaway.
Nah, it's not like that.
well, because it has to be available. Like you can't just you can't get the rest of the stock if it's not there.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's not like if it's $100 share and you buy it for less, you just get the less amount. You can't make payments. to
No,
get the-
No, I mean if it's still available, then yes. But if other people have also put like 0.3 or 0.4 down, then it's not there anymore. You only own like that 0.27%
yeah,
of the stock.
I'd rather own the whole stock.
But I mean, if a stock is worth like $607, so it's not bad.
It's pretty smart. Okay. Anything else, Oz?
Nope.
I hate you so much.
I just said no.
Yeah, but I just have
We
to say
expected
things.
more.
No, I just have to tell you that I hate you sometimes. That's all.
I hate you so much right now.
I liked her. I liked her afro.
What was that, Khalees?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to her?
She married Nas.
And then
I know she has a farm now or some shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
shit,
like
got a
yeah,
farm.
yeah. She got a farm. She checked the
They
fuck
grow
out.
weed on that farm.
of course, she looked like she smoked hella weed.
She probably
Either eating it or smoking it. I don't know.
It's in between the cornfields.
She hell she know.
Yeah, exactly. My week very uneventful. I didn't really do anything. Just kind of chilled. Still, I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm still recuperating from the trip, which is so weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just tired, but I'm not like exhausted. It's kind of like I just don't want to do shit nowadays. I'm like, I just want to sit in the house. I just want to watch TV, and that's it. So, some friends, whoever come in town. Hopefully, Huddy's in town, so I can holler at him.
More than likely he will be.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty much on the same boat as everybody else. I haven't really had anything going on this week. Everything's just kind of chill, get back in the grind mode, and you know, work basically and try to get this money. And I don't know, looking to maybe get a house pretty soon.
Ooh, like buy a house?
Maybe, yeah,
Ooh.
or rent for right now, just until I can get the feel of certain things, stuff like that. Just
Ooh, then you gotta have a house in Warbean.
yeah.
Now you gotta get married.
Whoa, let me see.
I mean, you know.
You
I
want
mean,
to
I'm
talk.
not against it.
What?
You know,
What are you waiting on?
I
Yeah.
ain't waiting no longer. Don't worry about it. You gonna hear the news soon.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Wow.
Ain't mad at it.
I can't stand Jake. Wow. I heard
Nah, I
that.
was also saying it was like very like, I don't know, rapey vibe when he said it too.
Yeah, you gonna hear
You're gonna hear about it.
You're gonna
Wait
hear
soon.
about it.
Yeah, she
Real soon.
she didn't gonna get that question. Like what? The what?
I'll take this question as like
She gonna get this one. She gonna get this rock.
Yeah, wild creepy. Hey, Nikki.
I'm gonna take these carrots.
Oh yeah.
So I know we didn't put nothing in the group chat to talk about some shit because you know it completely slipped my mind. But anybody got something they
I
want to
got
start off
something.
with? Let's go.
I got something.
What's up?
Oz? What you got?
That coronavirus is getting worse.
What kind of fuck? Shut up. Oz.
It's good news. I mean, it's not good.
What?
It's informative news.
No, that's good news because it's wiping out like certain people that we don't want on the planet. But yo, it's keeping the rich.
Yay!
So please go on.
Yeah. Apparently last week it was 50 cases in South Korea. This week it's 1,000.
I mean, how many people died?
In China a lot.
But there's a lot of people
But now
in
there's
China.
they're starting to get him in each country. Like adding them all up, it's probably a good, probably 5,000.
Oh, that's not bad.
But it's gonna get worse. It's still getting worse. So it's not stopping. That's the problem. Because apparently kids went over from Ireland to Italy, and
Yikes.
they came back, and all 50 kids were caught.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
guess.
they usually say it's not normal for kids to get it because the kid rate of getting it is really low. They don't know why the kids don't really get it, but you know that's the first case of actual kids getting a majority of it.
Somebody gave some kids something.
That's all them hormones that they put in the water.
I'm not washing their damn hands. Okay, Joe.
Oh no! He's not on that level. He's not Hotep level. not yet.
What?
You're not Hotep level yet.
Nah, man.
Okay. He's just conspiracy theorist a little bit. Like, you know, it's like a Happy Meal of conspiracy theories.
Like a diet conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
Conspiracy zero.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've heard some things. I heard the CDC talking about they don't know when, but we should expect an outbreak. Can you hear me?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
No, I was just saying for them.
So Joe not saying. I don't know, from what I read on the CDC page, it doesn't sound like a bad virus.
They try not to make it sound bad.
But
But
is it?
it's
Well, actually, it doesn't sound like bad. It's essentially the flu, but
That's what it.
just
what-
said they
from
don't
what I
have
read
a
on the
vaccine
page, that's what
for
it sounds like.
it. Yeah.
That's the gist of what I got. Like, it's just a flu.
Well, it's
it's a
more likely.
super flu.
Yeah, it's more likely to
So
cause.
is it worse than the bird flu that was out in like
Yes.
2009?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's like more likely to cause virus-induced what's it called? You know when you get fluid in your lungs, what's it called again?
Pleurisy.
What?
When you get fluid in you?
Pleurisy. It's called pleurisy.
No, it's like when your
Trying to
lungs.
hit that chorus.
You know how do most people die from the regular
Pneumonia?
flu? Pneumonia. Yeah. So it causes like virus-induced pneumonia more often than like the flu would normally do.
But this flu actually attacks your organs, so it will go through and will start eating at your liver and all that stuff.
Thanks, Jake, for making that sound
Well,
scary.
Sorry, that's why. That's
if
why I
you
made
have
it
a
super
really weak immune system, it's more likely going to destroy
Oh, what's
you.
up, Minnie?
So y'all keep up on that vitamin C and shit. So most people that is killed is elderly and people with compromised immune systems.
Amen.
So
That sucks.
yeah.
Thanks for starting us off.
And then,
So
starting off great because, just remember, once you get it, you can't lose it. It's always going to be in your system, and
which isn't necessarily a bad thing. If your body forms those antibodies, then you're good.
Wait,
You
is
gotta
this a
survive.
virus or is this a fucking STD?
It's
It's
both.
a virus. It's like the flu. It's a virus.
This shit is sounding more and more like fucking HIV.
No, but if for any virus, like the virus never actually leaves your
if you
body.
get a
Like if
flu,
you've ever
the
had the
flu's
flu,
always-
you still
So
have
you
those
gain antibodies.
viruses. You just get antibodies that keep them low.
So you essentially
Yeah.
won't get the past flu. Because
Yeah,
the
you
issue
never
with the
get the
flu
past
is
flu.
the flu evolves.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why you keep
So
getting it.
it's like a Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Squirtle.
It's Squirtle. Wait, what?
Squirtle.
So have you ever seen Dragon Ball Z?
Okay. So
You're gonna get the Super Corona.
Super Saiyan Corona.
Super Saiyan is Corona.
Damn, bro.
Damn.
Oh, okay. So Corona's like
It's-
Super
it's-
Saiyan
it's-
20
Oh wow.
Flu?
Ultra Instinct
Is that what
virus?
we're saying? They hit your organs with that Kamehameha. Bam, your liver going.
But you know what? If it's anything like Dragon Ball Z, it's just gonna take forever to get to the whole thing. Next time on coronavirus, you like, okay, it's still attacking. Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. Joe don't say.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know. I don't really buy into the panic until it's like at my front door. Then I'll be worried.
Yeah.
I mean, what can I do?
Yeah, because I can't do anything right now, but I'm like,
Can't be vaccinated against it. Even if I could, I probably still
I
would
just
take the
noticed-
vaccination. So
There's a lot of people coming through the airport with them Sub-Zero masks on, cheap ass.
Not
Mad,
Sub-Zero,
yeah.
bro.
Like
the
that
little
shit-
paper ones.
Yeah, that shit ain't.
That shit, it really ain't hitting on nothing.
Yeah,
So,
Like,
yeah.
it ain't hitting on shit.
Next time you see him, just like,
Get over here.
finish him.
Right.
Yeah, it ain't hitting on shit. And if it ain't got that N in the front of the number, that mask ain't hitting on shit.
Well, I got them two little valves on each side.
Mm.
Oh yeah, if it's serious like that, I'm like, all right, it's serious.
Yeah.
It's like you really trying to not breathe
Every time-
any particles.
It just seems like every time I try to go to South Korea, some shit happens.
Sounds like a sign.
Like,
Stop trying to go.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Have
Fuck
fun.
that. You should definitely try to go. Just
I'm
wait
not
till all
going
of
with
this
this
shit
Corona
pass.
shit.
Wait till it pass and then go.
I mean, yeah.
Because
Seems done by me.
resorts over there are gonna be like really dirt cheap in like the next few months. I'm just
They
saying. Like,
are.
Probably
Yeah.
right.
You're like, yeah,
You want
come stay here for
massage?
$5. I mean,
Corona
don't
free
be
zone.
getting no massages over there.
They gonna be advertising like, we
happy
ain't had
ending?
nobody with the coronavirus over here in 5 days. Come visit.
Well, they gonna have the little incident board or
Like
something.
they on the interstate.
Haven't had it since. Let's go back to 0. Like, damn, I almost got it. Damn, we almost went a whole week, guys. Sorry.
Maybe next time.
Exactly. Like I said, man, when I heard about it when it first came out, I was like, okay, cool. Not cool as in it was cool, but I'm like, all right, let's just see where it goes.
Yeah.
And then go on the cruise, and I heard about another cruise that was stopped, but I was like, that was full of people from China. It was a cruise from there, so I'm like, it ain't gonna stop us. But we're back now, and then I think the president said something about trying to stop the virus.
Supposed to have pledged like $1 billion toward the vaccine.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, I don't know if it's that serious for us yet. Like,
I guess he's trying to be pro. I mean, he's trying
I'm
to
not
be
mad at
active,
it.
You know,
I'm
But
not
you
mad
know
at
what
it.
would have helped
he's
with
a
that?
germaphobe though.
You know
That's
what would
why.
have helped with
No,
that?
it's-
What?
Not defunding the CDC. Just a thought.
Where's the
Just a
Curb
thought.
Your Enthusiasm song?
Just saying, like, appreciate it on the back end, but.
It's like, all right, thanks, bro.
And he
So-
specifically defunded the pathology section of the CDC, so that's always great.
So the map came out of places where the coronas actually got states that they were actually found symptoms of.
Yeah.
So North Carolina was one of them.
Ooh.
Some of them in California, Denver, and then
Anywhere there's a major airport.
yeah. So they were saying it was a good, I think it was 7 states or something like that. But they're like, I'd expect that to double by next year, or by the end of mid this year.
Jeez.
Yeah. Then I saw something where they were like, be prepared. We might have to have the kids stay at home because we don't have enough masks for the kids. And I was like, okay. First of
Don't
all,
say that shit.
these little kids wasn't gonna keep the mask on their face in the first place. I don't. If that was your plan, you should have sent. You gonna send them home anyway.
How about this? Don't give them that mass panic in Charlotte because they closed school just for nothing last week.
No, they didn't close it for nothing. They were worried about black ice on the road. That's what they were concerned about. And it's better to be safe than sorry.
On that Friday, I was like,
because the moment a bus turned over with some kids on it, everybody mama want to sue. So just close it down. That way you ain't even got to run the risk. And I think buses can't travel in winds like the winds that were going on. They can't travel like winds above like 25 miles.
I would like to say that, but
really,
they're not supposed to. They can tail over.
I would like to say that, but when I was in the mountains in Virginia, and it's like a school like bus that we were riding in, they was going around that mountain like Tokyo Drift. Yeah,
they weren't supposed to be though. Let's be clear, like
there was snow all over the place.
If you had sealed over the mountain, it would have been hella bad. Though.
There was snow all over the place, and all I get here is like.
That's what I was thinking of that in my head.
I was like, oh no!
Like in my head too, I was like, school buses in Philly, they drive like 50 miles per hour on like the back roads, not even the highway.
Yeah,
you just fly. Like I don't even think they stop most of the time. You just gotta jump. Like you gotta time it out right. Jump on.
I just put it like this, man. I remember back in high school, our bus driver drove the bus into a ditch and nobody cared.
Like
nobody cared.
That's not gonna happen in this day and age.
Yeah, I see that. I was like,
honestly, if my child was on a bus and the bus hit the ditch, I might fight somebody. So, like,
I told my grandmother,
"You don't fight no more. You shooting."
You know, but you know what? I told my grandmother, she was like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
Nah, fuck that,
like,
because I need to know how the fuck the bus ended up in the ditch. Like, fuck all of that.
Shit happens.
If I ain't put my child in the ditch, you shouldn't be putting.
My dad would have called me and was like, "You're still making the school, right? 'Cause you ain't coming."
Oh no, this is the crazy part. This is when we was coming home. So it was like, you know, just happened. And then it was like right down the street from my house. I was like, I can walk home. They're like, no, we can't let you go. I was like, all right, cool, whatever.
You sure? I can just, no? Okay.
Yeah. But I just thought it was like a little bit of an overreaction. I was like, all right, I mean, maybe a delay. I get that.
It's really better. Like, I don't think like, Brenda, she works in the department that handles like lawsuits and shit. And they get a shit ton of lawsuits over frivolous shit from teachers and parents. So whatever they can do to minimize that, they're gonna do it. Like for real. Motherfuckers be walking in and missing a goddamn. They be tripping over the doorstep and want to file.
That's why those,
like, for real.
You know what? That's why boomers be looking at a lot of them now like.
It be the boomer suing.
But something like,
in my day when I went to school, we had to fight wolves.
I'm like, what the fuck? What school did you go to?
Sorry to hear that.
Like,
that's what I say to
we
that.
had to walk to school and fight gangs. Which the sad part is in my like when I was going to school in Jersey, like
that's
you had to fight fucking gangs. Like
they gangs like the gangs and the Warriors though.
No, their gangs actually were still gangs.
But like when I hear older generations say that, I'm like, oh, so I'm supposed to apologize because that your life was shittier than mine? Like what the fuck?
They just look at it like, I guess they're looking at it like, guys, it's not that bad. I got stabbed on my way to school.
But if you had a choice, you wouldn't choose to get to live that life either. Like, don't be mad at me because I don't want it. Like, the fuck? That's all I'm saying.
My kid is going to hate me. Like, Dad, fuck no, you're not staying out of school. Get your ass in this car, bro. We taking you to school, man. Let's go.
But here's the thing, though.
Exactly. That means it's strong.
But the thing about this area, though, if it's a snowflake, they close the fucking school.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it panics so much around here.
Weird.
Because
and that's why I'm like,
something that they're accustomed to. Like, if something goes wrong, if any little thing goes wrong, it's a wrap. Like, they're suing the school.
I understand that, but it snows at least twice a year, every year. So I'm like, how are you not accustomed to this?
I don't blame the schools because the schools have days where they can use them. You know, without getting like
and they have online school now.
Yeah,
and if they don't use it, then you know.
No, I understand that. I just thought that Friday when I went outside and it was dry as shit and kind of hot, I was like,
but also the
news
was reporting that it was still supposed to be bad on Friday,
and that's the problem too. I was going to get to that. I think the news, honestly, and this you never hear this from me. I really feel like the news, whenever this shit happens, they just go and cause mass panic. And I'm like,
Snowmageddon in North Carolina.
Okay, this is how bad it was. So the Thursday, right? No, was it a Thursday? No, that Wednesday before the Thursday, because it snowed that Thursday. They had somebody else like, yeah, it's going to be a blizzard in Charlotte. I'm being serious. And then they had animation effects like it was snowing and it was snow on the ground, but it was all fake.
Yo, remember that?
And people were looking at it. People walked into the break room and was like, "Oh my God, it looks bad out there." I'm like, "Bro, that's fucking fake."
Yeah, I know.
Hold on.
I was going to talk about their hurricane.
Yep.
When they had the hurricane, and the dude had the hat on and shit.
Yeah.
And behind him walking normal, like, bro, you
Like,
straight?
what the
Like,
fuck?
yeah.
I saw that video. It was two black dudes. It looked like they was leaving the gym. They was like, nigga.
Hold on, I gotta ask this because I know our people that we work with. Was it like the actual snowflakes were you knew it was like hand drawn where you can see the
No, it
gaps
was like
of the snowflake?
Like it was
Yeah. No, I'm talking about like the kids cut and they make the little snowflakes and that's falling down the street. People are like,
I wish they would have used that because they had like the worst CGI effects ever. And like, I mean, they had like a weird randomly placed pile of snow like in the grass. I'm like, that's not there. I'm like, it's not even snowing on this day in Charlotte in that area. Get the fuck out of here. And then when it did snow, I'm like, they're like, oh, it's snowing, it's coming down. I'm like, it's more of rain than snow. Like,
Rock Hill got more snow than Charlotte did.
who?
It's stuck in Rock Hill.
Not in my apartment.
Hey, it's like-
when
it's
I
like-
went to the gym that Thursday, there was still snow on the ground.
It's like if
I feel like that's all. I don't know, man. 'Cause I'm
listen, the
like,
weather. We know the Weather Channel is propaganda. It's like if it was windy outside, they'd be like, "Oh my God, trees are falling all over the place." Then you hear a chainsaw in the background. You're like,
Exactly.
Oh, God.
Then they pan the camera to do with the chainsaw.
but that's how I be feeling. And, maybe it's just me because I mean, like, I understand that down here they're not super prepared for it. I get it. I get it.
Well, you know what it is they don't want to make the mistake that Atlanta made.
Oh yeah, that was bad. That was
Yeah,
people
that was
died in
bad.
their car.
I
Yeah,
understood
that was
that.
bad.
You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't salt the roads. Like
They
my
ain't
dad
shit.
stayed
People
down.
were
He said
stuck
he
for
stuck in
like
traffic
8
for
hours.
6 hours.
Yeah,
8
yeah,
hours.
it was really bad.
Like so they don't want to be. Look, I think the mayor got in big trouble over there.
Yeah.
It wasn't Keisha though. I just want to point that out.
Nah,
Keisha was not the mayor then.
I
I just want to
mean,
point that out.
and like I said, I mean, I get it. That's why, like, I don't go too hard on it. I just find it comical on how the public just handles it.
Having said that time when they had like the tornadoes and all of that shit, apparently 3 tornadoes touched down like around the apartment where I stay, and I was completely oblivious. I was like, what?
I didn't see tornado warning. I didn't.
so
They closed
because
the
you're
road.
also from the north too, right?
Yeah.
So like school up there.
It doesn't close.
No, especially if not for 1 inch
No.
of like, well, there might be ice underneath that.
No.
Up there, they're like, just get in the fucking bus. We're
Yeah,
not-
seriously.
But I would also think that the buses there have different tires as well. Like,
No, same bus,
No.
same tires.
how
Same
do you
everything.
know?
It's,
What do you mean? I know. We know that. Like, plus I've had families that work for public transit and all that. Like, it's nothing different.
Okay.
You know what it is?
especially schools.
They're used to it,
Schools
and they
up
just
there.
know how to drive it.
The
Like,
tires are probably worse. Schools up there, they ain't put money in shit.
yeah, they don't give a fuck. Like, bro, I remember going to school and the snow was like up to my fucking hip, and I'm 8 years old, and they're like, "All right, just go." All right, cool. When I got down here, remember when I first got the Celebrity, the car and shit? I had an '88 Celebrity. That was my first car. I get to school. I drove to school that day because the buses act like they didn't want to come and get me and whatever it was. I'm like, I'm going to school. They're like, yeah, y'all could go home early. I'm like, what the fuck for? There's nothing going on. I'm like, what the fuck is
First of all, I don't know why you.
Yeah, why would you
blocking
even
people lesson. Go the fuck
argue
home.
that wasn't because we have to make it up, and then our school year.
Seriously, I ain't coming.
Yeah, like,
I never came
I
to
had
school on
to.
makeup days.
Because I was a senior at that time, so we have to make up snow days. Like whenever that happened, we had to make up snow days.
I mean, they have to have the days, but I don't have to be there.
Not for the celebs. The celeb, I think he was.
I was a senior.
I think he was a junior.
No, I bought it my last year of school.
No, like
I
your
bought-
12th grade year. I'm pretty sure you had the Nova.
I got the Nova after prom, and I only went to prom in my 12th grade year.
Well, all I'm gonna say about the weather thing is most of the criticisms are coming from people who from up north. Like, so if you was from this area or below, like Georgia, Florida, whatever, you wouldn't know no better. But people from up north, they like, man, this ain't shit. Like, it's
But it's normal. Like if someone were to say something crazy like about a hurricane that was headed to the Sea Islands, we'd be like, nah, we good. They'd be like, you gonna ride it out? You need to get out of there. Yeah, we
Crazy.
good.
That's how I am. I'm like, I'm not worried about
But
no
just
fucking
tell me
hurricane.
why everybody's buying up all the bread and milk.
Thank you. That's what I was gonna get to.
Oh,
So
I
they
don't
do
know.
all that.
I
and
don't
then-
get wine, so I don't know.
And I'm like, why are you buying all
actually,
this shit?
a snowstorm might make sense because
No.
You can freeze that shit.
No, this is the funny part.
That's what my
It's not
when
like
they
the
said it
store
was
is
supposed to be like
closed.
snowing. My roommate was like, "Damn, I gotta get to the store to get some wine."
I mean, buy practical shit. Like, just do regular
Damn
shopping.
Food, damn it.
Bro,
I mean, shit.
my thing
we had
is
some
this.
shit in
It'll
there.
never be a blizzard down here, right? It's not going to be that bad where we can't still
Bro,
get somewhere.
if there's ever a blizzard here, I'm trying to get on the first thing moving to space because global warming
TSA
is
is
too
gonna still
far.
want us to go to work though.
Yeah,
But
I
besides
don't
that,
care. I'll go.
Man, fuck with TSA.
Like last time there was some shit, I saw bread and milk was gone, and then I went to the canned food aisle, and that shit was still full. I was like,
Bro, I think I was lost. I went to the store and I was like, "Where all the water at?"
Oh yeah.
I was lost as fuck. I was like, "Can I get my face in? I just want my little alkaline water, and I want to go the fuck home."
I just feel like just live your life normal. It'll pass. There's nothing to get in a panic about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll be okay. You don't have to worry about. Because what they do, they buy all that shit, and then now, I gotta throw it away now.
No, you don't put that bitch in the freezer.
But that's no, people throw it away.
Oh.
Like, they be like, man, I got this bread and water. They be on Facebook Market or whatever the fuck it is, trying to sell that shit.
Oh,
They like, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you really about to sell this shit?
that's interesting.
the news didn't hype it up so much.
And that's what I feel like they're just making it way bigger than it is. You can say, hey, this is what's going on, protect yourself, blah, blah, blah. But they make it seem like it's the end of days. I'm like, bro, calm down. We
I mean,
will
I
be
guess
fine.
it would be worse if the weather reporter was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna be shit, dog." Then
But you gotta
everybody
understand,
get wiped out. Like,
they in
oh,
the business of getting ratings. They have to hype shit up.
Yes.
So they have to keep you invested in keeping up with the story.
I
That's
feel
what
like
I'm
they're
about.
in cahoots with like supermarkets and shit like that because that's all that happens. And every
Who
time
do you think Hope advertises?
yeah, exactly. Like this weather report brought to you by Publix. Like what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Hey, get off Publix, chill out.
That's what I'm saying though. You be like, yeah, we're having a really big
Talk
storm.
about Harris Teeter.
Harry Teeter? I like Harry
I
Teeter.
don't like them. Every Harris Teeter I've ever been in, they just feel dirty and it smells weird.
Yeah, every time I try to get crab from them, it's trash. But I go to Publix, that
Trying
shit
to
great.
get crabs?
And when I
Right,
buy
shut
fruit from them, it's like sticky on the outside. It shit's weird. The
don't like
fuck?
sticky
Wipe
fruit?
the containers off.
You don't
That's
like
that
sticky
hair
fruit?
skeeter.
Also very disgusting.
No, it's not.
I want to talk about some other shit.
They got
Can we talk about the debate? Did anybody watch it?
Nope.
I
No.
think it's whack.
No, I saw like highlights of it. Which one? Which one?
The one from last night.
Oh no,
I
I
heard they
didn't.
was attacking the burn. That's all I heard.
But
I
did
heard
he?
it was getting attacked.
Semi, but he's also in the lead, so that makes sense.
I wanted
Yeah.
to talk about well, a couple of things, but one, Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, he got
Weinstein.
convicted.
But a lot of people are saying that he got convicted with 2 counts for facing up to 20 plus years or whatever,
Mhm.
25 or plus. But a lot of people are saying that there's really no news coverage on it, like
Mhm.
the Bill Cosby case, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And some people, people were putting out memes and shit when Cosby got convicted, but you have yet to see anything about Weinstein. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, some people have a case for, they feel like, a lot of things that against Cosby, I already know how I feel. I was like, I mean, if he did it, or whatever. But they feel like a lot of that was hearsay, whereas with Weinstein or whatever, it was like he actually like.
I seen
So-
more of a news story of him going to the hospital after he got
Yeah.
convicted than
Yeah.
actually him getting convicted
Who?
himself.
Harvey?
Weinstein,
Or-
yeah.
Harvey,
Oh, okay. Well,
They're like-
I mean,
He's in the hospital for after he heard the court case and
After
won't
he-
give you more about this story other than his actual court case ruling.
After you heard that judgment, your boy Weinstein was like, "Oh my god!"
you're ignorant.
Nah, you should have played that.
I,
You should have told the judge, shut your bitch ass up.
I'm kind of, well, one, he got convicted. That's awesome. Two, on the Bill Cosby thing, I don't even know what it said, but on the Bill Cosby thing, listen, I'm just of the mind, all 60-some women wasn't lying. At least one woman was telling the truth, and he even admitted in a deposition,
Yeah.
and one of the women that he paid off, that yes, he did drug her, and she wasn't aware.
Yeah.
So by definition, that shit is illegal. Like,
Yeah,
it's
so,
against
yeah.
the law. So I don't know why people be like, he didn't do it. He said he did it. The fuck is you talking about?
So
But that I don't know. I mean,
What do you feel about
I'm
the
of
media
the
coverage
mind-
discrepancy?
I mean, there is a definite discrepancy. However, I didn't know who the fuck Harvey Weinstein was beforehand, so I'm also not as vested And what the fuck? Like, as long as he's convicted, I don't really care to watch the trial because I don't know him.
How much? I mean, years he been convicted for? Like,
it was 3 or 4 counts, but he just had new counts brought against him in another state, so he'll be going to trial for those 2.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucked. It looks like.
Yeah.
Ain't no way you gonna really get out of that one.
Yeah.
He about to do some time.
But as far as the ratings and stuff go, I guess I mean as a viewer, just taking a different approach. As a viewer, or if I were an executive, my question would be, what's gonna get me the most ratings? I guess. And for me, as a viewer, between Cosby and Weinstein, I would watch something on Cosby before I watch something on Weinstein because I just don't know him.
Yeah,
I still don't know how the fuck he looked.
Cosby was America's dad, so
I mean, I fell in love with the Cosby Show. Yeah. Cosby was the reason I wanted to go to medical school. He was the reason I thought about going to college.
Was he a gynecologist?
He was.
So the one in the new state. So Feldman was one of the new cases that came up against him or something like that.
Corey Feldman?
Yeah.
Who? That doesn't sound familiar.
He was in The Lost Boys, Stand By. What's the Stand By Me? No, not Stand By Me.
No. Was it Goonies?
No, he wasn't in the Goonies, but it was what was that movie with Corey Feldman?
Oh, that guy.
He was friends with Michael Jackson, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know that.
He looked like a sicker, what's my man name? Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
So, he also got arrested last week, too, which...
For what?
Bringing a taser through an airport.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I don't think that's going to help his case at all.
I'm not mad at that.
I mean, at least it wasn't a gun.
I mean, whatever works for him.
It could help his case. Maybe he just feels like someone's going to attack him.
I mean, I think a lot of people are just saying, like, Weinstein is really behind a lot of...
Stand By Me.
He's a producer who's behind a lot of popular movies. You may not have... You probably watched the movies.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I have.
Yeah, so, I mean, I was aware of them because, like, even on the movies they say Weinstein Productions, like,
I never
executive producer, like, his name is all over. He's just not actually acting, but he's the man behind the scenes. So, a lot of people just felt like because he was a major player in Hollywood, so they think it's a media discrepancy because of the connections he had. Really, is what it's about. You know
I can see that. I can see that.
So that's really what got people riled up. Not, even if he was lesser known, they feel like because of the connections he has, that he was able to go with little, not to say no media cover, but very little media coverage over something so serious because of people he knew. For instance, like the Oprah thing. He was friends with Oprah and Gayle King. They even have pictures together, and they have yet to really say anything about him. You know what I'm saying? But they were friends. Like they were really tight. So it's just a lot of people just feel like it shouldn't matter about his connections. It should be, unbiased media coverage based on the charges itself. But because of certain people's stature, it just seems like certain things get swept under the rug compared to other people. And, of course, people want to bring race into it. Bill Cosby, he's more known. The charges that were brought up against him were serious as well. And you seen media coverage about that. And so I could see that, people having a point about, the discrepancy based on the connections that Harvey Weinstein had. Maybe he, had connections with people in certain media outlets that they don't, that's their boy and they don't want to put him out there like that. So that's what it kind of looks like. So, it's just one of those things that people just keeping an eye on. That's what I think.
I think it's true because, like I said, I brought it up before when they had the movie awards and they ratted him, or they were talking about bad-mouthing him the whole entire time, and anybody who said something, boom, cut. Let's go to the next award.
Oh, you talking
about Walking Phoenix and the what was the actual host?
Was that the one with the comedian?
The one where you said
just
the comedian
talked all
dude,
shit?
Yeah.
Oh, Ricky
Gervais. Yeah, that's right. Every time they said something about him, they're like, he's like, what? He's like, I know he's your friend. Fuck you. We're still making fun of it.
Yeah. Like, nobody's safe from them jokes.
I mean, he got a lot of people in Hollywood jobs, you know what I'm saying? So it's like...
I mean, I get it, but you still, at the end of the day, if you know he's a piece of shit, he's a piece of shit.
Right.
I mean, just because you got your job... I got a lot of piece of shit friends. They still my friends, but I can admit, you're not a rapist. Okay, so, but I'm just saying, like, I got a lot of piece of shit friends, and then, you know, they do some piece of shit, you know, stuff. It's like, I can still be like, yo, you still did some piece of shit stuff, bro. Like, you're not a great person, but I'm still your friend. I still love you, but I can still call you on your bullshit.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people could say, like, hey, he did do this and that. I'm not excusing what he did, but it was still bullshit. You know, I just got to be honest about it. And I think a lot of people don't want to do that because I guess they feel like they will be hypocrites. You know, or, you know, well, he did help you, so why are you shitting on him now, or whatever it is.
Wait till
Like,
he in
well,
jail to start talking shit.
I mean, you look at it like with him being in a position he is, like in the news, kind of controlling the narrative of stories that are consumed by the American public.
mm-hmm.
Maybe a lot of people wanted to speak out about it, but they were in fear of their jobs because their bosses might have been friends with Weinstein, so they kind of like kept it on the hush because they're like, you know, I don't want to piss my boss off because I know him and Harvey used to rub elbows back in the day, and you know, like I said, with him being friends with high people in the media, of course they're gonna, you know, in the media, like we just talked about, the weather pushing propaganda and the narrative, it just, you know, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Like, you know, people in power seem to kind of, well, he got convicted, so I don't, you know, we know that part. I'm just talking about the whole coverage of it, like, you know, the narrative that a lot of people really, I didn't keep up with. I only heard about it through news alerts on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when I turn on my TV, all they talk about is Trump, Trump, Trump. You'll forget about it unless you get I get breaking news on my phone, but it's not something that's like daily, constant feed of information like with other high-profile cases we've seen. So it was just weird to me that kind of got swept under the rug, but not really because I knew his status in Hollywood and the media, so that's to be expected.
Connections.
Yeah.
I guess when it comes to media exposure and the narrative and the storyline that they put out there, I don't take them seriously in general, mainly because I haven't had cable since I was probably like 10.
Jeez.
And I think we had it in college, but who actually watches TV in college? There's too much shit to do.
Like fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah!
But no. So I haven't actually like watched the news in a long time. So everything that I get, like I have a lot of control over what I get to see that comes through on my phone, and I only got Facebook, y'all know I'm basic, and on my timeline. So like, if it's something I don't want to see, like I only have to tell the algorithm 2 or 3 times I don't want to see it, and I never see it again.
Yeah.
If I'm interested, then I'll click on what I'm interested in so that I can let the algorithm know this is what I want to see. So I feel like I'm of the mindset that I really could care less about the narrative that the news pushes because I don't watch them. Like they're not my main source because there's so many other sources out there now. But I can understand like it's a significant amount of people in the world who still watch the news on TV. So I get it.
It's mostly boomers that watch the news. So
I mean, and boomers are the ones that are involved in politics for the most part and everything else. I get it.
So it circles in their circle, but everybody, and we only hear it because everybody somehow knows somebody that's also. They're like, oh, did you hear on the news that this happened? Like, okay.
Yeah.
And then they post that shit on
Exactly.
Facebook.
I don't know nothing about that. Sorry.
Yeah. Really the only news outlet I subscribe to is NPR because I feel like they're the most unbiased news.
I can see them. I'm on listening to that.
I love them. I can listen to them all day.
Sometimes I listen to BBC because they be showing the wild pictures.
They show the wild pictures on BBC.
They be showing the head cut off and everything.
They cut the head off? That's a lie. Okay.
What you be watching, bro?
Chainsaw.
My BBC.
Bruh, you really like BBC, I see.
I like it too.
Wow.
Oh, yeah!
Another thing. Anybody else want to say something?
No, I was gonna go on to the next topic, but
What you got?
my next business adventure. So the Browns lineman really showed me what I really should be doing with my life.
Yeah, keep on fucking around. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Please don't do that.
I want to buy 200 pounds worth of marijuana and drive it from California to Louisiana.
Why would you do that? Cross the state lines? That's
And he was also, it must have been high as shit because somehow he made it to the border of Mexico. So
What the fuck?
I thought this Jake.
First of all, they should let that man pass because who the fuck actually brings weed into Mexico? Like, who does that?
And the best thing was he's like, oh, by the way, I don't want to go to the border. I'm gonna turn around, and they're like, no, you're not fucking doing that.
So you trying to make a U-turn like at the border? Oh, damn.
And they're like, yeah, we're not gonna let you do that. And then they get the canine to go around the vehicle.
It's concussion syndrome.
Hits on the back of the truck with 200 pounds worth of weed. Now you gotta think about that too. That was the most impressive shit I ever heard.
200 pounds.
Because if you think about like how like a brick won't even cost weigh like more than what, maybe a pound.
About 2 pounds, 2.5, 3 maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So 200 pounds of that's a lot of bricks.
A lot of fucking weed, dog.
Right.
Bring
Yeah.
bricks.
Why the fuck?
Well,
we
it
got
all depends on how
order,
the
man.
package is.
Approximately 66 bricks.
He couldn't have turned on his
So the first-
GPS and found the right place.
The first time I heard it, I thought he was trying to take
He bold
weed
as fuck.
to Mexico. Then I was like, why would you do that? That's where the good shit comes from.
Why would you do
They don't
that?
need your shit. You can
Why
keep
would you?
that shit.
First of all, the cartel could kill you. Don't do that. Like, don't do that.
Coming up on their turf. Like,
You really are.
Yeah,
Don't fucking
the
do that.
drugs go out and the money comes in. I
Yeah,
thought that's
right,
how it worked.
You got
right.
it backwards, son. You got it backwards.
Yeah.
So, wow. And he's on the he plays for the Browns.
Yeah, and this was the day after NFL
So
was like,
why-
listen, we're gonna stop
Was he-
punishing people, all of our players for smoking weed because.
That was the day after they
smoking.
released that news. So
Yeah.
he just thought, fuck it.
Yeah, like
all the weed
But he wasn't trying to smoke. Obviously, he was trying to sell. I don't think
Right.
he think
Why
he
was he
smoked.
trying to do? He not getting paid enough money or something?
He was a high draft pick. So I know he got to be a millionaire.
Sir,
yeah, this was his. It was
Second or third
year.
year.
Yeah, second year.
how old was the baby?
He got. I mean, if he 2 years in, he got to be 24,
Yeah.
23.
Oh, okay, I'm just trying to find a reason. That's all.
There
I'm
is
trying to
no
find a
reason.
reason.
It's-
Because there's
he's
nothing about
stupid.
this that says
Listen,
any type of thinking occurred.
listen,
Like,
you can't fix
None.
stupidity sometimes. It's
You
just
can't fix
stupidity.
stupid.
now see, that's news coverage that I would watch. I would want news cameras
breaking
in
news.
the courtrooms just to understand, sir.
I just want to
Why?
know.
Breaking Bad.
Not only why are you doing it, but why are you bringing weed
Why?
into Mexico? Where the fuck was you gonna go with
You
that?
better go
Where?
party, man.
Who about to smoke that bum ass shit?
Yeah, man got some
Yeah, all
KB,
the-
man. I ain't smoked that shit since 2000.
We don't even have cocaine. I mean, we don't even have weed. We smoke cocaine over here, so we good.
Pure coca leaf.
Yeah,
Bro,
they don't do
you
that.
got your countries mixed up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Well, no, they grow cocaine in
They have
Mexico
weed
too,
too.
in the mountains.
They have a lot of
Yeah,
weed,
they
too.
have a lot of
They
fields
do,
out there.
but cocaine has always been more of a Colombian, Peruvian type thing. Like
No.
weed has always been really big. Weed and heroin.
Yeah, but coke is really big out there.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
big, but it's not like they're. I don't know. It's their thing, but I don't know.
I think that's a major thing, if anything.
Yeah, most of the like the drug lords are all using cocaine more than weed.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I literally saw a documentary where the dude was like carrying the sack on his head.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Like,
They be making that shit in the woods.
Yeah,
First of
I was
all,
like-
apparently it has really good, really great medicinal uses.
Yeah.
You know, before you break it down into a powder and shit, like the leaf itself.
Well,
It's great.
apparently, it made a great soda too. But
Yep.
You know what's funny?
Coca-
The same way sugar's processed is the same way cocaine is processed.
Yeah, that is
So,
funny.
It's the same shit.
speaking of sports, I wanted to go to something
Oh
else.
yeah.
Heard that boy Wilder got his motherfucking ass whooped.
Yep.
Somebody said not in Black History Month.
And the man had come out with a black. What he came out with a Black Panther?
No, it wasn't Black Panther. It was just a big. It was like black armor type shit, and it glowed up and all that. Bro, I watched that
What?
fight. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they said he looked like goddamn Shredder from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, he did.
Then he said somebody said that he said it was because his shorts were too heavy.
No,
the whole costume.
The costume was too heavy.
Oh, he wore
coming
while
into it.
while he was fighting.
No, when he walked in there.
Okay.
Said the costume weighed over 40 pounds.
Mind
Why?
you,
Why?
this is the same costume he's worn any other time when he knocked everybody out.
Oh.
So
So give us context to the fight, like what you saw. 'Cause I didn't see it, so.
okay, I'm watching the fight. I've watched the first fight, and when I watched the first fight, Tyson Fury, off the bat, you can see he's just a better boxer than Deontay Wilder.
Wait, this is the second time that they've gone up against each other?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, that's why
First
I
time
wanted
it was a draw, by the way.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So this is what happened in the first fight. Fury basically outboxed him for a good portion of the fight. Wilder got one knockdown from him. I want to say like round
He got
8.
two.
No, But what I was gonna say is when they got to the 12th round, he knocked him down again. And when he knocked him down, everybody thought the fight was over. Fury gets right back up and then proceeds to outbox him still in the 12th round. And ends up being a draw. Cool, whatever. Deontay Wilder has a couple of fights. Well, actually has one fight in between this. Knocks that dude out, I think like in the 12th round or some shit.
He was losing that fight.
He was losing that fight also.
Like he got punched. He got that right hand, like his right
So-
hand.
But I feel like I've heard that before. Like he
Well,
didn't
he's
really
not a
have
great
technical
boxer.
skills. He
No,
just
his
did
skills
knocking
are
people
just
out,
not really there.
basically.
He's a brawler. He's a
No.
bruiser. He just, throws wings punches and he'll hit you, and that's just what he relies on. Fast forward to this fight. So they're in the ring, and I'm seeing automatically Wilder's hitting Fury, and he's hitting him with bombs. Fury is eating every last one of them because in the first fight, Wilder came in at 207 pounds. So right now, at that time, he was like the smallest, like the lightest heavyweight champ ever. Because usually you're like 230, 240 and up. So for him to be 207 pounds and generate so much power, that's why he was such a sought after person. He's such a freak of nature when it comes to that. This time around, he came into the fight weighing 230. I want to say 230.
Like 31.
31, yeah. So he put on some weight for the fight because he figured, all right, I can use this to try to, basically knock him out. Since I've already knocked him down one time before in the fight, I could just knock him out in this one. Tyson Fury came in at least
273.
yeah, and he normally runs around at like
255.
Thank you.
I was about to say you got all the numbers.
Like,
Right?
what?
I'm a boxing fan, so I
Yeah.
don't know why.
Yeah, good job.
But I think Wilder. Well, Fury said he was going to put on weight to basically,
Because he wanted to knock him out.
He wanted to knock
Yeah,
him
he
out
said he was
and
gonna knock him out.
absorb punishment if
Yeah.
it came to that. Put on more mat. But he came in the first time he fought. He was 255, but he was coming off of. You got to give it context. He was coming off of depression, drug
rehab,
use.
all that stuff.
So
yeah.
he was really getting back into boxing. He had been out for a while, so he wasn't. He was 255. He was smaller, but he wasn't in shape.
Mm-hmm.
This time around, he came in at 2. He was heavier, but he was like a solid. He was in shape 273. So
Yeah. So, I'm watching the fight, like I said, Wilder is, he hits Fury a couple of times with that right that puts people away, and Fury's kind of eating it. Cool. Into the first round. Second round, they fighting, throwing punches, blah, blah, blah. Fury hits Wilder, boom, like right on the side of the head. Wilder drops. I was like, I jumped out my seat. I was like, oh, shit! And then Fury gets up like, what the? Not Fury, but Wilder gets up like, what the fuck? And then they kind of, pan in. It's like, his ear is bleeding. Because this is what we noticed too. He was real wobbly the whole time. He was like falling from time to time, stumbling. He was wobbly. Whenever you get hit, he had a busted eardrum.
Yeah.
So whenever you have a busted eardrum, your equilibrium is all the way off.
Yeah.
So that pretty much that was the end of the fight right then and there. When I saw that happening, in my eyes, like just watching combat sports, I'm like, he doesn't have it. Like there's nothing he could do unless he just catches him with a lucky punch. And Fury poured it on him. He put his weight on him when they would clinch. Made him carry his weight a little bit. He was hitting him, knocked him down a couple of more times. Because I said, if this fight even goes to the decision, Fury's going to win anyway because he's already going to outbox him. And the knockdowns, there's nothing else that Wilder can do. Bro, caught him in the, I think it was the 7th round.
Mm-hmm.
Caught him inside the corner, just hit him, bow, 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 bow. And all you see is the ref he's like, he looked to the back and then looked over. He was like, that's it. I'm done. He's like, and Wilder's like, what happened? His corner threw the towel in because they was like, bro, we tired of seeing you get beat the fuck up. Because he was getting beat up.
damn, bro, it was like that.
Not up, but so that motherfucker. I mean, bro, they got like when you saw the meme of him getting punched in his face and his lip, like they showed that shit. But you haven't seen that one?
Like, is it like Rocky style too and everything?
Man, bro, when I say his lip looked like it's about to get ripped off his face. That's how hard he got punched.
You ever played Punch Out? You ever seen?
Yeah.
When you what's the little dude name?
Matt.
Matt. When he fight Glass Joe, the first fight, and you be punching him and the shit be like, bing, bing, bing. That's how he look. But
Yeah.
the thing about it though, right after the fight, Wilder was like, he ain't making no excuses, this, that, and the third. And then later on, he tried to say, because his costume was so heavy, that's what took his legs out. And that's why he wasn't able to put on a good fight, because his legs was tired. Yeah. His costume was so heavy. Don't nobody want to hear that shit,
I'm sorry, bro. Take that L.
You
gotta take that L.
He can't, I think because he's been, you know, this is his first loss. His mind can't process that. You just got to be by a better man.
Yes.
Just accept that L.
Bro,
like, it's okay.
And then what killed me, I saw people on social media, oh, Fury, he must be on PEDs. Or he must, I'm like, bro, y'all just can't accept that the man got beat the fuck up. He was getting beat the fuck up in the first fight. So I'm like, what changed?
Oh, she Jordan face on that.
You see that shit?
Childish. You so fucking childish.
And
they left his lip and put the Michael Jordan. So ignorant.
But then he got mad at his trainer for throwing in the towel.
Yeah, he got mad at his corner.
He said he wanted to die on the shield.
I want to go out on my shield. It's like, bro, that's
First of
not.
all, you have a whole family. Shut the fuck
Right.
up.
The trainer is trying to save you from yourself. That's the trainer's job.
At the end of the day, the trainer was like, bro.
Yeah, that's the pick right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro. The other picture is when you boy he's stumbling like this and they have the meme talking about something. You probably wondering how I got to this point.
I didn't see that one.
Bro.
First of all, they got a meme with what's my man? What's the dude name? What's his name?
Oh, that's brother
Kumar Johnson.
Umar Johnson.
Umar Johnson.
They got him. They got him at the Breakfast Club, and it says, "There's nothing wilder than the fury of a white man scoring."
That was brilliant. I can't even lie. That's fucking brilliant.
I kind of feel like that should be the name of the episode.
That's brilliant.
I kind of feel like that should be the name of the episode,
that's
bro.
Fucking brilliant, right
Fuck
there.
that. I feel like I don't give a damn. We gotta steal that shit.
Wow, that was right on point right there.
What do you think? What do you think, Josh?
I'm with it. That
shit
was
is
fucking
hilarious.
Kids, do me a favor. Send that to me, please.
Okay.
Because that shit is hilarious. Fuck that. Yeah, we plagiarizing that shit. I don't give a fuck. That shit's
Well, you
hilarious.
can add it's Doctor something. They show who said it.
But
yeah.
And then on top of that,
that's too much.
It was a rematch clause, and they said
got
Wilder
30,
invoked his rematch clause for a third fight.
Why?
Exactly. Unless he's gonna get some new boxing skills, it's gonna be the same result.
Why?
Fury gonna punish his ass,
bro. Take the L, suck that pride up, and keep it moving.
Exactly.
My man.
Yeah, because
not it, my boy.
It's almost like
I ain't even watch boxing.
It's almost like the John Jones DC rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Like John Jones just owned him. Like DC, you gotta own that. You can't beat this man.
Oh no, and you know what? The one thing I always give respect to GC for, because I don't really care for Daniel Cormier like that, because I just don't like his character. But he kept it funky. He's like, yo, John Jones is just a better person. Like, he's a better fighter than me. You know, there's nothing I can do about that.
I like that. I feel like a sense of peace comes when
exactly.
Like, you just gotta accept it.
Yeah.
Like, some people are just better than you. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
And like, if in the first fight you get beat up for 5 rounds, and then in the second fight you get knocked out, bro, that man's just better than you. He proved that, bro, I beat you up for 5 rounds after doing coke and fucking hookers. And then now that I took the shit serious, I knocked you out.
Right.
DC was like, I ain't nothing I can do about it. I gotta take that. Wilder gonna have to just be like, you know what, man? Look, I gotta give it to him. I gotta get better.
Lesson in taking the L.
Yeah,
maybe
hopefully.
This will motivate him to hone those skills.
Hopefully, because I think people will respect you more if you take a loss humble.
Yeah.
But when you start making excuses and deflecting blame,
that's that bullshit.
Exactly.
I also would like to point out, if I was the significant other of a boxer, I don't know that I would want to publicly claim him after he lost. Like,
wow.
Okay, now let's say.
Like, do you see? Like, he got his ass beat.
Now,
like,
hold up.
I'm just being honest.
Let me ask you. What about the manner? Because it could have been a close fight. He lost by decision. It could have went either way.
Okay, that's one thing. Okay, yeah, that's different.
All right.
If you just got your ass mollywopped, it does. But that's why I would never date someone who does sport like that.
But that's the thing, though, because at the end of the day, just one thing that as a fighter you always gonna know, somebody's gonna have your number.
Somebody is, And on that day,
but this
I'm
the
just
thing,
not
too.
gonna post you. No
So-
Man Crush Monday.
Damn, that's fucked up.
I'm sorry, that's how I feel. I can't.
Because he might need you.
Kids
He might
gonna
be-
start-
I'm still gonna.
She
I'm
gonna-
gonna have his back at the house.
She's gonna have that picture blown up, like hanging on the wall. Like, good morning, look, this is you, bitch.
See, Kia sound like the one like when he say something. Why
Don't
don't you
make me get fury on your ass. You better take this fucking trash out. No.
That's horrible.
Kevin Hart shit.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You're gonna call Fury.
Now
You're
you
gonna call
gotta- now
Fury.
you gotta
Oh,
sit there.
give me that trash bag. Give me
Now
that
you
trash.
gotta sit there with the IE ass face. You got your ass beat. No. But but that's why I would never date someone that does a sport like that, because that shit, I can't do it. Sorry.
Damn.
Like, if you're gonna be about that life, you just gotta be top notch about that life.
But,
That's how I
I mean,
am.
you also have to realize.
I mean, I could realize it, but I
it
don't.
happens.
It does.
So
It's only been two
You
people
got
I've seen
one.
escape this that type of Mayweather and John Jones for the most part. Them the only two fighters I can think of that has escaped the real ass whooping. Like,
No. Okay, I can put it like this. The first fight John Jones had with Alexander Gustafsson, he got the shit beat out of him. Like, that man got beat the fuck up. Go back and watch it. It was a very close fight, but they both got beat the fuck. Like, your boy's face was swollen. He got beat the fuck up. He just happened to inch out a win at the end of it. Cool.
Well, if you get beat up and you still inch out the win, that's different. But if you get your ass mollywopped and you lost, I'm just not gonna post you for a little bit.
Well, this is the thing.
Start
I think you would feel a little bit better. You would feel a little bit better. It's like, at least you did, like, all right, you lost, but damn, you did some damage to him, so I won't feel so bad. But if you just out here getting beat the fuck up, you like, bro.
Yeah, I just can't. I'm sorry, and it's not like if it were in something else. Like, let's say he was like a stockbroker or something, and he like lost some shit. Like, I wouldn't feel as bad. But it's something about like that combat, like that fist to fist. Like, I like men who I feel like are very triumphant in those types of things. So to see you lose that bad, I like to know they with the shits.
But
Like,
at the
I don't
same
know.
time,
So when I see you
think about it,
lose,
though.
I'm like,
At the
so
same time,
basically,
still-
if we out in public and this nigga's like,
I mean, he's
fuck
still
you,
with
you
the
know
shit,
what I'm
though.
saying?
Yeah, he's still better than everybody out on the street.
I mean, yeah,
Except that one guy
except
that
that one
just-
nigga, yeah. So
And then what if that one motherfucker, like, he can go to the
he
club
just
and shit like
decide,
he
you know
ain't
what I'm
been in
saying,
a
like,
fight.
give me your champagne, you
So-
know, and
so-
he just gonna let that nigga have
see,
it,
what's-
like,
No, you
you
can't.
know.
So what the situation is gonna happen with Kid, right? Her man is an ex-boxer. He just got
Savage.
beat up and shit, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna go to the bar, and the guy that beat his ass gonna go to the bar.
See, and that's the shit I can't rock with. That's the
Okay,
shit I-
but wait. What if the guy comes in? What if they? I mean, because at the end of the day,
Oh, like, what if they dab each other up or
yeah. What if
something?
you be like, you know what?
Kid-
That was
Kid
your
about to
fight.
be like,
Listen,
this.
I didn't say I was gonna leave the man. I'm just saying I would feel ashamed. Okay, when it comes to combat sports,
Kid.
I like my man to win.
Kid,
I don't know
you
what
about
else
to
to
be-
say.
you better-
Like,
you about to be
I'm not
mad
gonna leave
annoying.
him if he loses his job,
No,
but
no.
don't talk out the side of
Kid.
your throat while your mouth's full.
Kid,
I'm
you
gonna
about
talk
to-
shit.
You about to be mad annoying.
talk shit.
You gonna be
So
like
here's
this,
the thing.
like.
here's the thing too. Even if they came in the bar and they were both like buddies, right? And they're like, yo, good fight and stuff. Kid's like, yeah, man, he whipped you like a bitch. Pull out his pocket and hang on to his pocket for the rest of the day, bitch.
Exactly.
I wouldn't say no. Now listen. Now I said I would be ashamed. I said I wouldn't post him. I wouldn't leave him. I wouldn't
you
post
gonna
him.
clown
But
the
I
fuck
no.
out of
I would not clown him if he left me the fuck alone. Now if he got ignorant, don't get mad at me because you got your ass beat. Don't take that anger out on me. Okay,
All right,
don't
so
fucking do
in
that.
the
Don't do
future,
that.
guys.
Don't do
whoever
that shit.
fight or do anything, do not date her at all.
Don't fucking
Dude,
no
don't
worries
date her.
because I'm not gonna date you either.
Yeah, don't
I
date
don't
her.
date guys like that. I
Yeah,
can't
don't
do
date
it.
her,
I
'cause-
can't.
No, it's fine to date her, just don't take that L.
Don't take the L.
Don't take
Bro.
the
Don't
L.
take the L, no.
That's what I'm saying. Look, but that's what I'm saying. Don't date her because everybody's gonna take an L at some point in time in life.
You never gonna.
Don't just get mollywopped.
She gonna be like, what's your favorite TV show? Ellen?
Nah.
Elmo said you got your ass whooped.
Nah, man, that's terrible.
Just
But
reveal
you know
the
what?
barge.
But you know what? I did appreciate seeing his wife being there and consoling him and shit like
Yeah.
that. Because I'm like, because you gotta think about it too. If you've never lost before and you lose,
That's sucky.
Yeah.
bro,
It
you
hurts.
don't know where your psyche is.
Yeah, it's
Like,
sucky.
it might be all the way fucked.
And like I said, like I've dated like
What the fuck?
in college and in high school, I
That's
dated
right.
like football players. So I've been to games where they had like really bad games, they missed tackles, got tackled, like. And when we went back home, you know what I'm saying? I still, stroked his ego, got on top, made him feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but it's just something about like that hand to
I know
hand
exactly
combat.
what it is
Like,
too.
it makes
Here's the
me
thing.
feel ashamed if you
And
lose.
a team with sports, it's not necessarily your fault that you lost,
Exactly.
right? And fighting,
It's man.
It's
your
all your
fault.
fault. It's
all your fault.
Yeah.
It's only you.
I mean, no.
Mano.
Well, how about this? And this is another way to always look at it too, because you could have that game plan, but
It just don't. And
it
I
just
mean,
might not work at
it
that
may
moment
just,
because
it
somebody
may
might
just come
change
down
something up.
to. I feel like, and this is just one of the things that. Oh, I thought you were saying you couldn't hear me. Like, this is one of the things that I'm very like traditional. Y'all know I'm not traditional in a whole lot of ways, but this is one of them. I like to feel protected with the men that I date. Like, I really want someone that when I'm around him, I don't have to have my. I don't have to be the nigga.
One high level.
He only have so
Okay,
this nigga is on the street.
Wow.
I know for sure that you're not winning this one.
He can beat up 99.9% everybody else.
But that 0.1 nigga, if he on the street, nigga, we in trouble. If he on the street, we in trouble. It is confirmed that we in trouble. It's confirmed. It's confirmed.
That is some, bro.
That's what you should name the episode. 0.1 nigga.
Yo,
Nah, bro.
yo,
That's some.
If
That's
you
some
see Fury, then you better run.
yo. That nigga about to invite him over for lunch
I'm
and shit.
telling
He about to be like this. You invite over his lunch? You crazy?
I know it's irrational. I know it's fucked up. Like I said, that's why I
that's-
don't date fighters. That's just not my shit.
So you invite him for lunch?
But it's just how I feel. I'm just being honest.
Damn.
Now what if your dude at the bar, he just took the L, and the dude who whooped his ass come to the bar like, yo, what's up, man? Hey, I want to get drinks for everybody, and it's on him. And he just sit there like a little bitch. You want to walk out?
I might.
She would.
I might.
Damn.
The least he could do is say, I ain't paying for that. You just gonna sit there quiet? Nah, I gotta go, dog. I gotta go. I'm sorry.
I don't think
Let
that's.
me go get that shot.
But you know what? Let's keep it funky, man.
No.
As far as fighters, I don't think that's ever happened. That happens
Nah,
to regular. That's regular motherfuckers that shit happens to. As far as fighters, I don't see that shit
Nah,
happen.
we're just speaking of
No,
hypotheticals.
just hypothetical.
Y'all terrible.
I just hate to see. I don't like to see the guy that I'm dating get bitched. Like I
It's
just
only
don't like to see
0.1.
it.
But I don't feel like
to
that's
see it.
getting bitch though.
I don't
If
like
you
to
get
see
beat, that don't mean you got
Listen.
bitch. You just wasn't
But
on
if
your
you,
shit.
if
You're
you
right.
got,
I
but
get
he,
what
like
you're
he
saying.
said, if it's a close fight, that's different. But if you just got your ass beat,
Shit
like,
happens. Sometimes
Here's the thing.
this shit just don't go
Here's the
your
thing.
way.
I understand it from kids' perspective
I
because it's like
mean,
this. Here's the thing. You
he ashamed, so I can't be
Here's
ashamed.
the thing. Like if you really not a fighter, right? You're not really getting into fights anyway. So it's like the chance of somebody beating you, what are they odds? You don't know, right? This dude just
It's
lost.
confirmed. It's confirmed. It's confirmed.
So
Like
that
I
nigga, he
can
come up
imagine
here,
in
he
my
about to
head,
lose.
like, all right, he probably can go toe to
Y'all
toe,
really
but it's
snapping on this
confirmed.
man.
Like,
But
It's hilarious.
I'm sorry.
but see, he is getting some of the energy from you. You like that man got beat though.
He got
Well,
yeah. Like if
I
that
ain't never
was
heard
my
you talk
man,
about anybody
if
getting
that was
ass
my
like
man,
that
and somebody was talking
So-
about him like that, I would be so ashamed.
But you know, but
especially because I can't even say no, he didn't.
The
Like,
bad thing was is that when I watched this fight,
You want
I,
to?
I pulled up a YouTube clip, and the only way that YouTube was able to show it is they showed Rocky 3
Oh
picture
my
of the
God.
Russian beating the crap out of.
Damn, not my man Drago. Ivan Drago.
I mean, that's what.
if he
I'm just
dies, he
saying,
dies.
I mean, but you know, let's
And
just
is
keep
that-
it funky. That
exactly.
man really did beat the fuck out of him. Like, he beat him the
you know what I'm
fuck
saying?
up.
That sounds like a
But-
horrible loss. I'm just telling you, I
It
would
was
be
a
ashamed
horrible
and I
loss for
wouldn't post
somebody.
him until
But you
shit
know what
hit.
though?
That's all
I looked at it
Don't
as
talk shit to me.
I looked at it in a sense as you've been known to knock everybody out, but you never really focused on the fundamentals of boxing.
Right.
You need to focus on working
That's
on
what
the
you need to
jab,
do.
head movement, thing like that. You haven't focused on that
The basics.
because you're so used to being able to knock
Knock
everybody
it
out
yeah.
by just winging punches. It works for you, and it's fine. You know, I'm not mad at that. But when you saw somebody who actually has pure boxing skill, he didn't have an answer. So
Right.
that's why I was like, yo, you got beat the fuck up. Let's just keep it funky.
That
You
would
got
also
beat
be
up,
something
bro.
else that
But
I would
this
say.
got
After
beat up.
he healed, I'd be like, bruh, why you need to go to the gym.
But this would make it worse.
Fundamentals.
This would make the loss worse. Not only him not being humble.
You have to hit the gym or hold my purse, bitch. Pick one.
He about to be like, you know what?
I would never call him a
I'll
bitch.
fight him.
She gonna be
I
like,
would never call him a bitch.
she's like, you need to go to the gym and work on your core or hold this
need to-
microphone.
Nah.
But
he about to be like,
this what made
he
it
about
worse
to be
though. This
like,
what made it
What were you
worse.
saying, Josh?
The fact that Tyson Fury laid out the game plan how he was gonna beat Deontay Wilder.
And then he did it just
And
like
he
that.
did it just like how he said he was gonna do it.
But because if you look at Deontay Wilder's whatever game plan he has, you can beat that.
Yeah, you can.
So a lot of people, it's not like they couldn't probably beat him.
They didn't have the skill set.
They didn't have the skill set.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have the pure boxing skill set. And then the thing about Tyson Fury that I didn't even add in there, he doesn't move like a heavyweight.
Oh yeah, he's very, very agile.
Extremely
he's 6'9",
agile.
270.
Exactly. So he's a
6'9".
exactly. That's another thing I forgot. Like he's just a big guy who
guy.
moves. He moves like somebody like smaller than me. He moves like a guy that's probably like 185 pounds, all over the place, head movement, all that. So it's different. It was a lot of different variables in that fight that it wouldn't have gone Wilder's way unless he actually boxed him or if he really just hit him with that shot and put him out. So that's all Wilder had. Like he had that. Hey, I need one shot just to hit you.
And then sometimes
whereas Fury's like, I'm gonna just box you.
Sometimes when you're used to being a bully and then somebody bullies you, mentally you don't know how to prepare for that.
Exactly.
So
And
I
there you
hope
go.
that this motivates him. Then I hope that it
Hopefully.
motivates him because I mean you can't say you're the best if you can't beat the best. So do what you
Absolutely.
need to do.
But Ric Flair said, to beat a man, you gotta beat the man.
Woo!
I like that. I never heard that.
I never heard that. Oh, that's a statement.
Oh,
like that shit.
Kid, homework. Watch.
I will not.
No, I'm just saying. Watch some Ric Flair shit.
No.
That dude is.
Oh, he got the
Nah,
ad-lib
that-
for you.
yeah, that's what I'm
What's
saying.
going on for me. He just
And I'm having a hard time
so-
holding these alligators
Nah,
down.
he wild, yo. I
He
fuck
got
with
the
him.
crazy ad-lib. Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what
A lot of rappers.
What?
That's what happens when you snort coke. You be wild.
Hey, I'm not worried about that. Nah, you want to hear some shit.
That was
Listen to
actually
Macho
pretty,
Man shit.
pretty close.
That means nothing. Listen to Macho Man.
Yeah, he
on
was.
some
He
shit.
was definitely on that shit. I know Ric Flair used to be drunk all the time, so I don't know, but he's a very entertaining guy. He comes to the airport all the time. Very nice.
Yeah, very cool.
Very nice guy. Yeah, somebody be like, "Woo!" He's like, "Woo!" Thanks. He'll do it. He don't give a fuck. He's just like, "Yeah, let's go. Let's have fun."
Oh god.
Yeah. Anything else? Because
I mean, we could have talked about the documentary, but I would rather y'all watch it first so we can really get some commentary.
Okay, but can I just say
Okay.
two things? One, I've always had like this really weird attachment or connection to Malcolm X. Like I don't know what it is. So in watching that documentary, like the stuff that they showed, like they showed actual photos of his corpse, basically, like right there, like just there.
Here you go.
Yeah, and it's like it like really brought a lot of emotions. Like I was really sad and really angry. Like I feel like I couldn't have felt it any stronger if I was in the room. Like I don't know what it is, but I just feel very, very connected with him. Probably because I'm a warrior. Second thing,
You say you a warrior?
warrior. Yeah.
Got them guns out.
I will soon.
Oh shit!
Second thing, I learned in watching it that acknowledgement is really important. Like to me, like if you did something wrong, and you reformed your life, but you never verbally admitted that you did that thing wrong. I don't give a fuck what you did after that. You could be Mother Teresa after that. If you haven't acknowledged that wrongdoing,
I get what you're saying.
everything else you did is futile to me.
I get what you're saying.
That's
I mean,
right.
and that's for you.
That's just for me. Yeah, that's for me.
Because I know some people might take it like, well, damn, blah blah blah. But like, some people that's just you might just need to hear like, hey,
Yeah, I need to hear you say it with your chest, little nigga.
like, hey, bro, I did some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
I know it's fucked up.
Yeah.
I've learned from that. And,
Appreciate that. Yeah, I need that.
That's why I always tell people
I need that.
there's always a chance for somebody to change. You just gotta own up to the bullshit you did. Just let it be known, hey, that was some bullshit. I shouldn't have did that, or it was wrong when I, punched that old lady in the face or something like that. So,
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Say.
I don't think it works like
That's how it
Yeah.
would work. You'd be like, yo, I'm
Yo,
sorry I
please-
punched that old
please
lady
watch
in the
the documentary,
face.
because I think it would be really cool to talk
In
about.
the face.
Some things are unforgivable.
Because he definitely did a very good job of presenting all the information, and I thought it was as unbiased as he could have made it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, even
It was made with some anger because he
definitely has some anger, but I think when I say that, I mean like he showed it from all sides. Like he showed
Who
the
did
good
it
and the
again?
bad of Malcolm X, the good and the bad
what was his name?
Rahman
Muhammad.
Rahman Muhammad. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's just a regular citizen. Like he's like a historical orator by day, and he spent 30 years researching.
He was
Malcolm
obsessed
X's
with this. This is like his
assassination.
obsession.
So he's done all the fucking research, like all
Okay.
of it. So it's dope. I appreciate it. And
I'm
he
gonna,
wanted to
start
interview
watching it.
anyone who was willing to talk,
I'm gonna watch it, but shit, I don't know. I might watch
good or
an
bad,
episode tonight or
indifferent.
tomorrow.
He would talk to him. So
Okay.
yeah, it was dope.
Okay. All right, that's what's up.
Fuck that nigga John though. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, fuck you, John.
He's
Oh, ass
sketch.
bitch.
You know which one I'm talking about? The one that was the informant.
Man, don't be giving them shit away.
Oh,
You gonna go watch that shit, cuz?
Yeah, the one who was sitting in the
You
dining
gonna
room.
go watch that shit, cuz?
He was sketchy to me. He was sketchy to
Rated
me, dog.
spoiler
He was
alert.
sketchy as fuck.
Spoiler alert.
I ain't. Oh, okay, my bad. You'll see. We ain't gonna say no more. I can't see. My bad.
I'll stop watching porn for 5 seconds and watch this so I can know what everybody's talking about.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
I haven't watched porn in a while.
I'm telling y'all, once y'all watch it, it's a great. It has great historical context to it.
Yes, it is.
It goes into politics. It goes into economics. It goes into
Yeah.
everything.
All different
like,
angles.
It's just all different angles.
All different
I advise you to watch it.
See, you can get angles on there too. It won't
Huh?
be porn angles, but it'll be angles.
Malcolm said.
No, I'm still laughing.
Chill out, bro.
I'm too tired for their shit right now.
Come on, Malcolm. Shut up, bro.
I'm about to say I would have married the hell out of Malcolm.
Okay.
Sure would have.
All right. That's what we're getting
And
into.
I don't even really.
So,
Get married. So,
Oh yeah.
I see why Betty give him all them kids. Is what I'm saying.
Holy shit!
Excuse me, Dr. Betty, because people
Like, you didn't land
people
on
don't
my
be
cock.
respecting
My
her.
cock
Dr.
landed
Betty.
on you.
More like Indian. But go ahead.
Oh,
Woo!
wow.
the Unfamous Podcast does not condone any of that shit.
I'm just saying, I rock with Malcolm X. Shout out to Dr. Betty Shabazz, because she was a doctor. You know, shout out to her too.
That's what's up. Anything else people want to add real quick? No. Oh, let's go, Vince. Let's do it.
I don't really have nothing to add to the conversation. I just want to say I'm extremely, extremely proud of where this podcast has gone. From day one to where it is right now, the way y'all work together is fucking amazing. And I love it. Like, just sitting back here and just like taking in y'all's conversation
Yeah.
and seeing everybody's different viewpoints and perspectives is great. And I'm glad y'all told me about this documentary because like Malcolm X is one of my heroes.
Oh, this is a must watch for you, bro.
Yes, it
Must
is.
watch. Tell
Yes,
us.
yes,
Must
it
watch.
is.
I'm gonna definitely check this out like whenever I get back to the house.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh, one more thing I want to add about it. So there's a huge connection with his assassination to the mosque number 25 in Newark.
We talked a little bit
Yeah,
about
actually.
that.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
all right,
So
yeah,
the
well-
main that I'm dating, he grew up in
Group in
Newark.
Newark, yeah.
Right, and his parents are Muslim. Well,
Yeah,
dad's
they're
fast, but they're Muslim. So I was like, hey, what mosque did you guys go to? That kind of thing. Because his father was old enough to have ran in the crowd
Yeah.
at that time. And so turns out they went to the Mosque G that was like right across from Mosque number 25. And I was like, listen, I need to sit down with your mama and talk with her. Because I just want to get her opinion. Because that would be a first-hand account of someone who was there during that
that would be
time.
Hopefully
You
she
know
wouldn't
what I'm
mind
saying?
talking
Like,
to you about it.
yeah. Not that I want to meet your mama, but I just want to talk
No,
about
that's pretty much what
that.
it sounds like.
Yeah, the sneaky way of getting around it. We got to the main dish.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. So yeah, it's okay. Wink. But I wanted to at least, like I said, thank you, Vince. Number one for being here today, because again, we started this shit. Me, him, Ajay, like the first episode, first episode
In your bedroom.
was me and him in my room back in Greenville, sitting on the damn bed.
It just sounds weird, by the way.
Because you're making it weird. Why don't you just,
Two BBCs, no Yeeks.
Oh, wow.
BBC.
I'm sorry.
There was alcohol involved.
What can I say?
That makes it worse.
Guard!
What can I say? He knows how to show a person a good time. But, like I said, man, we sat there, did the first episode. We called the Jai up, just had him on speakerphone, from the shitty ass fucking laptop. I still have that laptop, by the way, too. That we used and the programs that we found and from the microphones that I bought and all that. Me and him was just grinding. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and do this. From us trying to figure out a name of the podcast. From, every little bit and piece that we try to do, it was always me and him. Just like, hey, let's figure this out. Let's figure that out. Let's try to do this. He'll hit me up like, hey, you should do more of this. Or you should say a little bit of that. Motherfucker, we started some shit that I always wanted to do. have dope ass conversations with my friends about any and everything, and try to, of course,
You have friends?
and try to bring people, on just to have a voice to talk about something. Yeah, like, Oz, shut up. But, that's just what it is. You just gotta tell him to shut up because it rolls off the tongue so very well. But
Love you guys.
yeah, I mean, Oz is awesome. I'm glad that he's here, but
I'll destroy you all.
see, shut up, Oz. But yeah, like I said, man, I just appreciate the fact that he was the one who put the battery in my back to be like, yo, do it. Because I always talk to Ajay about it. Ajay like, yeah, we could do something, whatever. Vince was the one like, I'm with it. Let's go. Do it. If you get this, and that, I guarantee I can get this, and this for you. Cool. Bet. And we did that.
Awesome sauce.
So it's always, I appreciate everything he did, man. Just being there for me to help me with this journey. It's just anything in life in general. Because, I mean, like I said, I've known this man, how many years?
Going on 20.
Yeah, like 20 years. And from the first day I met him, he's always been there. Through my worst time ever, he's always been there. No matter what.
Quick fun fact. Once upon a time, Sean was homeless and he slept under my house.
Yeah.
Like, in the middle of the night, it was cold outside. And
Yeah.
he just, like how, like, the fucking houses have, like, the little fucking, not a basement, but, like, the fucking crawl space.
It has an cover.
Like, he slept down there with the snakes, the black widows, the fucking raccoons, and my 2 stray dogs. Like,
yeah. See, and that's
How
why
do you have 2 stray dogs?
well,
Because
I thought they were
just-
stray dogs.
well, like, my
You can't have a
dogs,
stray
they
dog.
walked around the neighborhood.
yeah, my dogs, like, they were, like,
Okay.
free range. Like, they belong to us, but they belong to
Man,
me.
you one of those motherfuckers.
Free range.
No range, no
You
antibiotics.
one of those
Yeah.
motherfuckers that be having their dog walk around the neighborhood and be like, whose dog is that?
No, they always know whose dog it is, though.
Yeah, everybody in the neighborhood
Yeah, they
knew
knew
whose
whose
dog
okay,
they were.
okay. At least
Because every time I would come around, they're like, oh, what are you doing out here? Like, what are you doing? And he'd just look at me like, what are they, Tiger?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, Tiger and Lady, the bitch.
Yeah.
But we had to get rid of her.
Yeah.
See, if I saw Sean, I would have hobo. That's just me, though.
That's fine. I mean, look, that's why when y'all see me just the way I am, like, bro, I've been at the very fucking bottom. The very bottom. And this man was here the whole time. So, like I said, I just appreciate everything that he's ever done. That I would die for him. I would do anything for my brother. Like, that's just my guy. So, I appreciate you being here.
Can I borrow $20?
I got you.
Can I borrow $20?
Fuck you.
Get the fuck out of here.
Can he borrow $20 for me?
You don't want to go down that road. I'm gonna let you know now. You don't want to go down that road. That's a tricky and sticky road. You don't want to.
Slippery snake.
Yeah, something's gonna be slippery.
What just happened?
You don't want to know. Isn't that right, Vince? Ooh, yeah. But this was episode 138, man, of the Unfamous Podcast. Sean, Mr. NJ Brick City.
Tasty Jake.
Just Kia.
Henny Hardaway.
Oh, man, it's your show.
No, I mean, you can say something.
I'll come after you. It's all you.
Whoa, you guys are wild running. You trained, you'll come after him?
Let's go first. Anyway.
You can't be after the third
I
car,
always
dog.
finish last.
In the caboose.
Right?
Oz,
You're
bro.
a Wizard of Oz.
Hey, and this Vince, the evil genius, the original.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Motherfucker.
Alright, guys.
And, thank y'all for listening. This is the
Been
Unfamous
great.
Podcast. All right, peace.
Peace.